Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. I want to show you guys how to dehydrate potato slices. Now, my mom would make a batch of these probably about every other year. She would do a large batch, and she would use those dehydrated potatoes to make stuff like casseroles, scalloped potatoes, au gratin potatoes, that kind of stuff. And once they were dried, she would just store them in mason jars, and they would last for a couple of years. And what I got here is I got about 5 pounds of russet potatoes, and give you an idea here about how I got them sliced. That is the thickness on them. She would always use sort of uniform sized potatoes. She wouldn't get like really big ones and then mix them with really small ones. She tried to keep the slices as uniform as possible. I sliced everything with my little food slicer here. That is pretty standard of what I use when I slice anything to process the food up, so I get a uniform thickness. Now I got these in water here. I drained the water off a couple of times so they're not too starchy. And now the first step of this is once you got them washed, peeled, and sliced, you're going to blanch them for a minute. And I got a double boiler here. It's the easiest way to do it. I'm going to do these in batches. I'm going to blanch them for a minute, and then I'm going to put them in cold water to stop the cooking process. And then I'm going to go ahead and pat them dry on either paper towel or a towel. And once I got it to that point, then it's going to go out in the dehydrator so they dry down. So it's a pretty simple process, but you have to blanch them so they don't discolor. If you don't blanch them, they're going to get kind of funky on you. But if you want a good crisp looking product, you always blanch them. Like I said, my mom would do this, and she would just use that then for different casseroles, especially for stuff that she would make like the night before. She would prep these with whatever she was going to cook them in, like scalloped potatoes. She'd do the milk and butter and stuff, and she would put these these dried potato slices in that overnight, put it in the refrigerator so the next day that she could just pop that in the oven to make a meal. But anyway, I'm going to get this going here in the double boiler. I'm going to show you how to do this. All right, I put these potatoes in and brought them back up to a boil and then blanched them for 1 minute, and they kind of get rubbery and sort of semi-translucent. And once we take them out, we just transfer them into cold water like so, stop the cooking process. And I got a couple in there, but we'll get them out in a minute. But this is what they look like once they're drained. And then these here, I changed the water in one time, and they're cool, so they got a little bit of a rubbery feel to them, and they're sort of semi-translucent. Now I'm going to put some cold water in this one, get this one cooled down like what the first bowl is, drain these real good, and then we're going to get them on a sheet pan here with some paper towel to get off the excess water. Here is what the potato slices look like after they've been dried off. Now we're going to just take these and transfer these into our dehydrator. Here is how they're dispersed in the dehydrator on the trays here. You can see that I got them patted dry. And now I'm just going to come out and check these from time to time and sort of move them around on the tray, and then rotate my trays around. I got the dehydrator on its highest setting right now, 145 degrees. I'm going to leave it like that for probably at least 3 or 4 hours, and then I'm going to turn that back to probably 125, and then I'm just going to let them go until they're dry, which is probably going to take at least 24 hours. So in a day from now, I'm going to come back and show you what the finished product looks like. Here is what they look like about 22 hours later. They are nice and dry. They're brittle. They'll crack and break on you if you press on them, and that's what you want, so they keep good for you. Now I'm going to let these cool down, and I'm going to let them get room temperature, because they're always a little bit warm after you turn the dehydrator off. Going to let these come down to room temperature, and then we're going to get them in a mason jar. And here they are all jarred up. I waited till they cooled down good and then just packed them in the jar. Put a little bit in the jar at a time and then kind of shook it down so they would settle and just kept adding it until the jar was full. Mom always put these in half-gallon mason jars, and that's what I did here. I did have 1 half-gallon mason jar, so I packed the majority of them in this, and then I had a little bit left over for a 1 pint jar. And that's what 5 pounds of potatoes look like after they've been dehydrated. And Mom never did anything with these. She would just cap these up with the lid in the ring, and she would just put these in the cupboard with her regular dry goods. Now, you certainly could probably vacuum seal these if you have the vacuum seal attachment on a like a food saver or whatever. You could certainly do that if you wanted to. I'm not going to do anything with these. I'm just going to put them in the cupboard just like Mom did, and use them when I need them. About 2 cups or so is what you need for a pan of scalloped potatoes, and you can throw these really in anything that has liquid in it that can reconstitute them while they're cooking. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. I hope you guys got a little information, a little entertainment out of this video. Just another way to put up potatoes. You have a good one.